Hi everybody, it's Paul here from Ballistic Blood Bullets. I'm very pleased to be able to come to you today with Dario Argento's Tenebrae. Finally available on Blu-ray in a very nice production from Arrow Video. A very, very recognisable Giallo, as I'm sure most of you will know. Those of you who are not familiar with the film, just take you through a short synopsis, because truly am pleased and privileged to be able to say right from the start that this release from Arrow Video from the UK is a truly exceptional print of the film. Fantastic stuff, absolutely luscious and wonderful in all its glory, exactly as it should be. But just to do a little synopsis background to the film for those that perhaps aren't so familiar. The film starts out following an author, a fictional author by the name of Peter Neal, and he's played by Anthony Franciosa. And we see Peter Neal cycling across the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City on his way to the airport, and he's about to catch a flight to Italy to promote his book, his new bestseller. And interjected in that we see a black gloved handed mysterious person in front of an open fire, and the burning flames ebbing out from the fireplace, and this black gloved hands are tearing pages from a book repeatedly and with some furious venom, almost a hatred. And those pages are thrown into the flames, and we are then revealed the name of the book. And of course the name of the book is Tenebrae. And then straight away we're hit with a thumping score from Goblin, the awesome Goblin, and it's an instantaneously recognised theme that just hits you with a cacophony of brilliance. Such a welcoming thing. It's like greeting an old friend back into your life and reacquainting for the first time all over again. The killer takes passages from the book itself, literally, and he proves to be a misogynistic, troubled soul, and he's intent on killing innocent women, taken from the pages from the book of Tenebrae, and in turn intimidating the author Peter Neal, almost getting back at him for causing all the troubles and problems of the world purely because of his fictional writings within the pages of Tenebrae. Into the story we go, and the story takes us of course to Italy itself, and in Italy, with the arrival of Peter Neal, instantaneously there are killings of innocent young ladies, and all done in very graphic and glorious style by director Dario Argento, who here is absolutely on his game. It's pure brilliance and showcasing exactly what he's best at doing. Excuse me. Giuliano Gemma, who's perhaps more recognisable to people, fans of spaghetti westerns. He plays a police captain in the film, and he's immediately on the doorstep of Peter Neal when he's arriving at his hotel room and telling him about the first killing and how it seems to be associated with his latest book. And the arrival of a mysterious envelope on the doorstep of the flat shows intent of the killer, and it's a cryptically worded message taken from clippings from a newspaper, words put together in a threatening way. And here we have the start of the film, basically unravelling the mysteries that are to come. Assisting Peter Neal is the ever attractive and lovely looking Dario Nicolodi. She plays Anne, his assistant, as I say. And she again, like Argento in this period, and from the early 70s right through until the mid-80s, both Dario Nicolodi and Dario Argento are so in their prime, top of their game, and everything they did between the early 70s and mid-80s, predominantly together, was just almost perfection. brilliant stuff, and she looks absolutely fantastic here. In an interview to follow, she says that it's not her strongest role, but for me it's a very well done role, and she should take great credit. She adds to the film. All of the characters and performers in this film truly bring together a big part of the success of Tenebrae. The film, of course, is noted for many stylish shots and certainly a lot of stylish killings. Just going through this Blu-ray again, so looking forward to seeing the way that the camera pans up and around and outside an apartment building, which is the home for two very sexy lesbian ladies who aren't shy in showing their bodies, and one is a very curvaceous lady with very buxom breasts and a very attractive face, dark hair, both of the young ladies, and of course the killer, all to the tune of another goblin cracking synthetic score, synthesized score, sorry. It just pounds out, and you know that something untoward is going to happen, but you welcome it with open arms. And the two killings of these ladies is just incredible, fantastic stuff. The way the killer uses his tool of his chosen trade, and that is an open bladed razor. And he starts by very stylishly filmed smashing the light bulb within the flat, so we have darkness that falls, and the way that he particularly kills the very buxom and lovely young woman who is pretty much in a naked state, and slashes her throat, and she falls backwards down the stairs and out through the flat window, and the pane of glass shatters and of course falls upon her already sliced throat in such stylish fashion that is so synonymous with Tenebrae and also with Argento at his absolute finest. Other scenes that spring to mind that I was so looking forward to is the scene where the young girl is chased by the dog, and she comes across the building block, the house of the suspected killer. That whole sequence with the dog is just incredible, how they managed to get it to look so ferocious, chasing her and attacking her, and how she fends it off, and how she clearly is, assaulted and shaken up and cuts and bites and grazes, and then she goes into the house and more terror and disturbing imagery and situation for her as she discovers that she is within the house of this killer, and lots of horrific pictures are there on display, and sheer brilliance, absolute brilliance. And that scene itself, that is, is highlighted by the way that the killer returns home and deals with her accordingly in his own sick, twisted way. John Saxon is also one of the stars, or in a more of a sort of cameo appearance, but still a very, very welcome appearance. He's Peter Neal's publicist in the film, and he is clearly having an affair with the estranged girlfriend of Peter Neal, and she really has a grudge against him, against Peter Neal, and she's obviously trying to get back at him by having an affair behind the back of Peter Neal with the publicist. And the interesting aspect as we go along through the film is that clearly Peter Neal isn't as detached from all that is going on around him, and also the way that he has written his characters into his book are clearly taken from his own past, and he has a troubled past that is kept really hidden away until the revelations of the shocking ending of the film itself. The movie is of course a pseudo-sexual killer movie, a killer giallo, and it is without question one of the very best giallos, if not, certainly for me, it is the greatest giallo. I've watched it so many times, still love it, still enthralled in it. Its vibrance on Blu-ray here from Arrow Video, it takes it to another dimension. It is like watching the film again, as I say, for the very first time. It is a wonderful experience, and I can't praise Arrow Video enough for what they have done with this delivery of the film to near perfection on Blu-ray. The picture itself, just as an example of the quality that we have here, it actually has grain throughout a lot of the film, particularly in the early parts. But that's not a negative in my eyes, because the picture sharpness and quality is so pin sharp that this grain is naturally there in the film itself, but perhaps it's never been highlighted before because the quality attended to this release has never been so good. So that grain is there naturally. Don't be put off by that. It is part of the true quality of the film and how the filmmaker intended the film to be. Anyway, as I say, this is a pseudo-sexual killer giallo. People like Michael Suavi and Lamberto Bava are also behind the scenes working with Argento on this film, so there are a couple of names to look out for in the credits. And Michael Suavi himself actually gets a small role in the film. He's like a boyfriend or a friend of the young girl that's chased by the dog, and he's the motorbike riding young guy. We never heard speak, but he's got that little cameo in the film if you look out for it. The intensity and bloody brilliance of the finale is so worth looking forward to. If you've never seen it before, it will startle you. If you have seen it before, it will startle you in a different way, insofar as you see it, you'll welcome it, and it is so brilliant and vibrant, and all of its gory glory is there. The spraying of the blood up on the wall when the arm is chopped off with the axe is there in its entirety, as are all the deaths that happen and pile up incredibly at the end. And Peter Neal's character, his involvement with the other characters, the red herrings, it all comes together. The police chief and Dario Nicolada, it all comes together, and it's just fabulous. As I say, the end sequences are just so dynamic, so bloody, so gory, so brilliant. And to end the film with that iconic scream from Dario Nicoladi is wonderful. It goes on for a long time, but it's perfection. And she explains in an interview afterwards how she came to that point, how she revelled in the fact that she was able to deliver her true characterization in that moment, and it was a release for her, and you can see it and sense it. Absolutely fantastic. That's the story of Tenebrae. That's the release on Blu-ray in all its brilliance. It is absolutely fantastic, cannot be missed. Lots of extras involved, which is again credit to Arrow Video. We've got audio commentary from people like Kim Newman and Alan Jones, who are writers and film aficionados themselves. And there's another Argento expert, Thomas Rostock, who does another audio commentary. We've got Dario Nicoladi being interviewed. We've got Claudio Simonetti from Goblin chatting. And we've got live footage on stage in Scotland of Goblin reformed with 3 of the original members, including Simonetti himself. And they turn out pumping performances of Phenomena and Tenebrae. It is brilliant. So this, without question, is a fantastic package. Lots of extras. Again, it comes with trailers and what have you. It is brilliant. Do not miss this at all. It is highly worth investing in. It is a brilliant production. Blu-ray brilliance. Please buy this. Arrow Video, I congratulate you. Superb. Dario Argento, Dario Nicoladi, everybody involved in the film. This is sheer brilliance. This is Tenebrae. Thanks very much, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.